Hey, we're here at Westville on a beautiful night. I think I'm going to put two of these together because I want to get some of it out there, but let's take a walk around. Right off the bat, 68 RS Camaro. Folding headlight RS. And the way you can tell it's 68 is 67, 68 looks real similar, but the giveaway is the 67 has vent windows, 68 doesn't. Beautiful car. Beautiful 63 Dodge Lara. 426 max wedge, cross ram. Got the big exhaust manifolds, all done pretty correct. And then a racy similar model with the 426 Hemi. Very, very nice. Nice Mach 1, 72 maybe.
That's our John, yeah. Okay.
Okay, we're here at Westville with Lee, and Lee has a beautiful 67 Camaro. I'm going to have him tell you about the car, but it looks to me like a period preserved 70s street rod kind of a deal. It looks like the paint was preserved.
Yep.
Lee, I'm sorry, I'll stop babbling.
That's okay. Yeah, it was painted in '68.
1968.
Yeah, home garage.
Think about that.
Me and my buddy, we're in high school.
Wow, and panel painting and stuff, that was
all done.
That was all the rage
at the
back then.
Yeah.
Lacquer?
Yeah, it's all lacquer.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's getting cracks in the clay.
No, that's beautiful. That's awesome.
Nice shape.
Was it always a small block 4-speed car?
Well, yeah, this is an original Z28 car.
Really?
Yeah, they only made 600.
Yeah, I know they did. Super low numbers on that.
Yeah, 602. Came with Corvette 4-piston brakes in the front and heavy-duty drums in the back. Came with traction bar from the factory on the rear end, a square bar.
Wow.
On the right side, and I always couldn't figure out why they wouldn't. So I got the bar from Chevy. I ordered the complete setup and just had to readapt the front mount and put a bar on the other side too.
So there's got to be a story. How were you able to keep it period correct like that? Because life gets in the way. And...
Yeah, well, luckily I didn't let it. I didn't.
Okay.
Yeah, I always had I worked on cars all. My dad let me redo our garage and made a 3-car garage, heated it, and we did a lot of car repair when I was all through high school. Sure. You know, and I bought the car with the intention of making a hot rod and not using it. So I took the bus to school and walked to work. The car never went out.
Well, that's why it's still here.
Yeah.
It
was used for every day.
Oh, that's crazy. Yeah, you know, I see some of the figuring in the paint or whatever, but you did some of that, didn't you?
That's all spider wedding. That's what's called
okay.
Spider wedding. What you do is you put you take your clear coat and put a retarder in it. Yeah. And then you got your clear coat on there, and then we use a cheap gun from Sears. It came out like silly string. Yeah. And you don't point it at the car. Yeah. You point it up in the air. Okay. And it just floats into the paint.
So what's the current motor in the car?
It's the original block and heads. It's a 302.
Yeah. DC?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Just a high revving little screamer.
Right. It runs real nice. And I got a Doug Nash 5-speed in it. I came with a 4-speed, which I got, but I got Doug Nash 5-speed in it, which makes it a nice street car.
Oh, sure.
It runs nice off the line, but I got a highway gear then.
Sure. So. Well, man, I appreciate it, Lee, and it's a beautiful car, and thank you for your time. So we're walking around still, and I saw this little step side. Let's see. How you doing, sir?
How you doing?
Good. My kid has 65. That's I got the, what is it, 61?
Yeah, this is 61.
Yeah. Yeah, you know, it's funny, like, these were out of fashion for a while and nobody wanted these hoods, and now people love these hoods.
Yeah.
Isn't that crazy?
Right.
That's cool.
It's iconic.
I better get the good thing.
Another. Pretty cool. We're walking up on something pretty neat. It's a cab over, and it looks like it was put on a modern chassis, and it's a really cool use of an old cab and really cool Art Deco style to it. It's an old, probably 30s, early 40s Chevy. Hey, we're here walking around Westville, and it's tractor night. And I stopped at this one because it's pretty unusual. It's a 1950 economy tractor. Got a little 3-speed transmission. It says it would have been used for like garden type applications, but again, 1950, and it's in really nice condition and really well presented. The owner was nice enough to let me walk around this thing, and I just wanted to share it with you guys. So yeah, there it is, a 1950 economy. All right, come on. Okay, I'm back here with Kevin, and he surprised me last time I talked to him with a sleeper little Valiant with the 426.
That was a Dart 170.
Dart 170.
64.
And then he shows up today with a 64 Sport Fury 426 Max Wedge car.
It's just a Fury, it's not the Sport.
Okay.
Yep.
Oh, would have been buckets and console with the Sport deal?
Yeah, it'd say Sport Fury on the quarter and all that good stuff. So
sure.
This is the lower notch model.
So what's the story on this one, bud? Love the car.
Restored it from 89 to 92. So the paint you're seeing is from 92.
Sure.
Holding up pretty decent, I think.
So yeah, power glide or torque glide car, push button?
No, it's 4-speed.
Wow.
Yep.
Holy shnikes.
Yep.
What a blast.
It's fun to drive, that's for sure.
What a blast. All right.
Yeah, 426 stage 3. You know, what they call the Max Wedge.
Yeah.
So, and then the 4-speed and pretty much stock.
So you said it was, when you first got it, it was a basket, it needed a lot of work or whatever.
Well, it wasn't a basket, it was running a drive-in, but it was rough. I mean, back then they didn't have quarter panels that you could just go and buy and weld in. Everything is handmade around for the quarters, and inner and outer, and trunk extensions, and where the frame meets the floorboards all had to be redone. So all that got completely...
It's amazing it even survived, because a lot of them got acid dipped and tubbed and caged and wheel wells cut out and altered.
We put this back to the way it was, correct paint code.
That's really neat, Kevin. Thank you.
Thank you.
So you got more that you're gonna keep bringing or keep surprising me with, or?
No, this is it.
Okay, well.
My brother does have a 68 GTX that we restored, but
beautiful.
That's down in Lafayette, Indiana. So.
Well, hey, you brought another gem, Kevin, and thank you for your time.
Thank you.
And the 60s were a stylish time for cars in America. Look at this mile-long Ford Sunliner with the fins on the back, and this one has lake pipes and teardrop spots, and again, tricolor interiors. Just a neat dashboard. These are cool. Neat car. Hey, we're here at Cars and Coffee. It's actually Coffee and Cars in LaPorte. We love this thing. So Don is my buddy. Don is one of those guys that'll drop what he's doing and help anybody. And he came over and helped me put my lift in my barn. Just an awesome dude. Don is driving this 1949 shoebox, and I love this thing. Don, why don't you tell me about it a little bit?
All original. Probably got about 80,000 miles on it. I broke the speedometer in it. So I put another one in.
Don drives the wheels off his cars.
Flatheads, all original paint.
Got the lake pipes open this morning.
Oh yeah,
I heard it cackling coming in.
Yeah.
Did you just put that visor on?
Nope, I've had that visor.
Okay.
It's just a fun car to drive. I bought over at Michigan City from a guy. He buys and sells cars, and it actually came from over by Heston. Doc Bremer owned it.
Yeah.
He bugged the doc, and Doc finally said, "Yeah, I'll sell it." And then his wife had dementia. That's how I ended up getting it. He needed it.
The Flatheads had an AB.
Yeah.
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 They got a cool sound. They got a unique sound, don't they?
Oh yeah. Yeah. The Flatheads got their own sound.
Yeah, they do.
But it's a nice car, fun driver. I take it to Gas City every year.
Yeah.
Once or twice a year we go to Early Dean.
You got a few little, oh, we love James Dean cars. So if you're an Indiana person, or hell, if you're even within a couple hundred miles,
well worth it to go.
Well worth it to go to Gas City, to both shows. It's awesome. We go out of, well, Don's a regular over there, and hey Don, can we start this thing up?
Sure.
We're talking about what a flathead sounds like. Morning, George.
Oh,
how are you, sir?
I'll be the first one here.
No, not while Don walks the earth or John walks the earth. We're always here.
Yeah, but we got
Let's go, Don. All right, guys. Well, I appreciate Don spending a minute with us here, and we love his car. It's Don's one of those guys that just drives his car, and he's a true car guy, and it's a pleasure to take a look at his car today. Thanks. Hey, we're here at Coffee and Cars, and I just ran into Mark over here with this Mitsubishi, and I am trying to broaden my horizons. We got a good family buddy that I've helped fix his some stuff on his Mitsubishi. This is a slick car. Mark, why don't you tell me about this thing a little bit?
Well, I've owned this Mitsubishi for probably about a year. I bought it, had some issues, I put a lot of work into it.
What's the year and model? And
it is a 2008 Evolution 10 GSR.
it looks like you did some tires on it, and
The tires actually came stock on it.
okay, that's part of the package.
Yeah, I put tires on it, but the rims
No, I got you.
are 10.5 inches wide.
Brembo brakes.
Yep.
You said like over 500 as far as horsepower.
Yeah, about 500, 550.
Yeah, wow. That's okay.
It's got vivid taillights, or not vivid, VLAN V2 taillights. So when I turn on the lights, they actually show an animation.
Oh, that's slick. I like that.
Put those on about half a year ago.
Yeah, so our family friend had one, and he had a clutch, and he did it with the motor in the car, and it was a bear. I let him use my lift to do it, and but anyway, yeah, I want to learn more about the late model stuff. I think I told you already that I have a lot of respect for the young guys and some of the struggles trying to make some stuff happen, and cool is cool, and I think this is cool, Mark. Thank you for your time.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah. I got another one here that's very special, and I found it. It's a 63 Lark. I'm going to stop there. I'm going to let my friend James here tell me about it, because these things were a trick. I know you're looking at it going, what? This was a muscle car. Believe me when I tell you, this was a muscle car. Okay, James, I'll stop talking. Tell me about your car, bud.
Well, it's 63 Lark Daytona, two-door hardtop. I pulled it out of Arizona and brought it home. No motor, no training or anything in it when I got it.
Sure.
I've built it.
It's a bit you put together. It's cool.
Yeah. Started with an NOS block.
Sure.
And built the motor.
But tell them what's special about it.
It is Paxton Supercharged.
Paxton
289
Supercharged.
Studebaker engine.
289 Studebaker engine, not your Mustang small block. This is a Studebaker motor.
Studebaker 289 weighs as much as a big block Chevrolet, and that is...
Are you hearing that? This motor, the little smallish block in this thing, weighs as much as a big block Chevy. It was made with real American cast iron, but anyway.
Steel crank, forged rods, gear drive.
Yeah. So this is a stick shift car.
It has a 5-speed in it now. It was had a T10 4-speed and now has a T5 5-speed.
Okay. So here's what blew me away about these cars. I've seen super stock drags, and these cars would run with 446 pack Challengers, GS Buicks. I've seen these things on the videos anyway, running in the low 13s and stuff. Have you seen them go any faster than that, or?
Yeah, it's been in the 12s.
Yeah, in the 12s, and they make very unusual noises while doing that. Being Indiana people or whatever, there's a certain amount of pride to that that something that was hammered out in South Bend, Indiana could run with the big boys. And anyway, James, thanks for your time.
You're welcome.
All right.
I'm good.
I had James offered to pop his hood, and I wasn't gonna say no. So this was the deal, the supercharger on this guy. What kind of boost did that make?
About 5 stock.
Okay. And what was it, the R2 or R3?
This is an R2.
R2. What was the cam? Was a special cam, like a high lift cam or something?
It was a high lift cam in this one. Then you went to the R3 model.
Yeah.
Which was 304 cubes.
Yeah.
And a lot bigger.
What kind of horsepower? Without getting too crazy on modifying, like a stock R2 and a stock R3.
They were dynoed in 62. The 289 was dynoed at 304 horse.
That's pretty incredible for the time. And then the R3, do you know?
I don't. They advertised it like 350 is what they advertised.
So I know the R3 and an Avante set land speed records that were comparable with like world-class cars.
63 or 4, yeah. The Avante was the world's fastest car.
Was the world's fastest car out of South Bend, Indiana. So anyway, thanks again, James. Thank you for popping your hood.
You're welcome.
We'll splice that in. That's awesome. Thank you.
Bunch of kids got the
63 and a half, 427 Galaxy.
Wow. Bring it back in about 40 years. Let me see how it works out.
I haven't even watched it yet.
That's 390. Really nice RS 68 Camaro. So dead giveaway on the RS is a folding headlight. Really nice clean car. Beautiful early 289 Mustang Fastback. Fold down back seat, nice car. Beautiful 64 Polara convertible. Big block wedge motor with a plate style intake. You could use as with a cross ram top, or he's got a single 4-barrel on it now. Got the max wedge style exhaust in a convertible. Really cool. If you're old like me and you watch TV, you know what this represents. You still have life ahead of you. Check out, look up Starsky and Hutch on YouTube. So outside my wheelhouse of knowledge here, we got a 40s Cadillac. It looks like a fastback coupe. What's got me drawn to this car is all the accessories and the fit and finish and how elegant this car was. The dashboard, just all the chrome and the detail on the dashboard, the wood grain. It's like a Berber seat type deal. I mean, just presents really well. Chrome's real nice. I don't know a lot about it, but super long hood, it might be might indicate something as far as the motor. Maybe it's a more than just an 8. I'm definitely gonna have to learn more about them. What a slick car. Anyway, thought I'd share it with you. Alright, and then next to it, more my wheelhouse. 68 442 black. Really nice car. Nice straight clean car. Automatic. Beautiful. 68s and 69s always look similar to me, but the giveaway to me on 68s is the taillights are horizontal, and on 69 they're vertical. But otherwise from the side they always kind of look the same to me. These were just gentlemen's hot rods. They were nice driving cars.
John does it. What do you call it? Podcast?
YouTube channel.
YouTube channel.
Yeah. So we're taking a peek at this 1965 Dodge D200 long bed pickup, and I kind of got stopped in my tracks by one condition. Is super nice. bunch of accessories, spotlight, and just all kinds of trim and stuff. And condition is just excellent. I love these old Dodge trucks. They gave you the tool tray when you're working on them right here in the design. You can't beat that. And then one of my other favorite things, this is a bucket seat truck. The shifter reminds me of the shifter on some of my old bicycles when I was a kid, up on the dashboard. My big arms in the way. Just it's kind of a swept line. Body line goes down. They actually had a muscle car version, I forget the name now, but they had it available with a black stripe on the side, like 68 or 69, and some of those had big blocks like 383s in them. But I dig the Dodge trucks a lot. We have a family friend that has this pretty bitchin' piece of Cadillac muscle here. LS motored car. Nice. Then we have my buddy Steve's, and we'll go deep on this one, but it's a 2-year car. Got the strange rear roof line, but this one's from Texas. It's not rusty, but what makes this special is it's a stick shift car. It's a 4-speed car, and it's also came factory with a 305 small block Chevy. Go figure. And I've driven this car. This thing, for what it is, rips. A lot of fun. But we'll go deeper on this car. We got another family friend, actually an in-law, that has a really neat Newport 6304 2-door hardtop. Mike's got more he wants to do with this car, so we'll let him finish what he wants to do first, and we'll talk to him about this car.
Rosie taking me for a tour around the property. Yeah, that old junk thing, but
came with the wife's car.
What are you talking
Came with the wife's 442, and then that nephew parked next to me. We've seen this car before, the 68 LS swapped Cutlass. Having a ball with it. That's great. Hey, so we're still walking around over here, and I ran into this beautiful 68 Barracuda. It's a V8 car. It's got the little dog dish hubcaps on it, and it looks like maybe taller 15-inch wheels on the back or something. They made a coupe version of this car, but this is the fastback with the slope rear glass. I like this the best, and so did a lot of the racers way back when. So everyone, when they think of Cuda, they always think of the 70, 71. But the 67, 68s are just as cool to me. Difference is these were A bodies. The 70, 71, 72s, 73s, they were E bodies. This is more akin underneath to a Duster or a Demon than it is to a Challenger or a later Cuda. And so not a lot of parts interchange, but I think they're just tough looking cars. I really dig them. This is a really nice example. You just don't see them out like this a lot. So anyway, thought I'd share it. So something you don't see every day, a Packard convertible. It's I believe it to be a 40s Packard convertible. Packard were high-end cars. But a killer feature on this one, the windshield for the back seat. You're fine, bud, you're fine. There's a windshield for the backseat riders as an accessory. You know, you wouldn't want to get bugs in the back seat people's face. What a crazy cool car. Ultramatic drive. The early automatic. So the plate says 50, so I'm gonna say it's a 1950. Yeah. 2 pedals, gas pedal, brake pedal. It's very early automatic. Very cool. So John here at Hudson Garage. Again, we're at Coffee and Cars, and we met up with Colin, and I told Colin I want to show some of the later model stuff. Maybe I don't know enough about, but I appreciate. And I get Those angels are leaving, so just kidding. But so anyway, Colin's nice enough to spend a minute and talk to us. Colin, tell me about your car. What year and model first off?
So this is kind of a Frankenstein. This is an '86 RX-7 FC. It was originally a GXL, which was a naturally aspirated version, but it's got a lot of bits and bobs off of like 88, 89. So an S5 FC RX-7.
Yeah.
So it's got the tail lights from an S5. It's got the hood and the entire drive line out of an 88 Turbo 2. The engine itself is comprised of S4 and S5 components between the housings and the irons.
I know enough about the rotaries to know that there's a lot of attention's got to be paid to the seals on the rotors and stuff.
Yeah, so...
And I see the rugged drive on the front of the thing because they spin RPM like crazy.
Right. And I've got, so the Gilmer drive was something I'd added because by deleting the AC and the emissions, the belt wrap around the water pump was something you could slip by hand, and not wanting to over tension the alternator too much and really stress the bearings, because this is actually in here pretty loose.
Oh wow, yeah, okay.
That doesn't go anywhere.
Yeah.
But that way I just keep the water pump spinning.
You don't have to, just ballpark kind of horsepower numbers.
Well, so it actually came off, so this engine got rebuilt last year. It was mostly because when I bought it, I wasn't sure what was in it. It took about 2 years to get back up and running from where I bought it out in Minnesota. And then last year on the dyno made 434 to the rear wheels.
Okay, now old school like me, if someone said they had 400 horsepower, old school, they better have like tunnel rams sticking out of the hood, and to get such horsepower out of a small package.
1.3 liters.
Yeah, and what kind of boost? What are we talking about?
So right now, just wastegate limited at 15 psi. This is a Garrett GTX 4088R. I think it came out of a school bus or something, because it's got, this was part of the car when I bought it, which was nice because it's something I didn't have to throw money at. So it's got ball bearings, and I think it's a 76 millimeter intake.
Yeah.
T4 frame, split flange.
Yeah. So
once it hits, it's scary.
And the other thing I know is these things have their own unique sound. Rotaries have their own unique. They scream. Yeah. So.
Especially when you're in boost. So it's actually fairly reserved if you're just cruising around below like 3,000 RPM or so. But it's as soon as you get into boost and that wastegate opens and dumps straight to the ground, it screams. It's.
So have you done any racing with it, or any parking lot stuff, or any of that?
No, that's the goal. I think it's a little too high power for some of the autocross stuff around here. But there's quite a bit more I need to do to it before it's ready for like Gingerman. Brakes, wheels, and tires are one of the big ones. I'd love to put a cage in it. Need to do something with the oil supply. Right now, it just got the factory pan in it, at least a baffled pan, and I'd love to do a fuel system with a surge tank.
Gotcha.
And then a cage. Safety's kind of my next big focus.
Oh, for sure.
Because my head's about ½ inch off the ceiling in this right now.
Well, listen, I thank you for helping me learn about it, and I thank you for your time. And I am an old fart that appreciates this stuff, so thank you very much for your time.
Yeah, it's cool. Just keep the rotaries alive.
All right, man.